Hey guys, what is up? It is Sean here, bringing you guys another weather video. And in today's video, we'll be going over the current temperatures in the eastern half of the U.S., which are very cold, like 10 to 20 degrees below normal. Where I am, at least, it's going to be colder up where Buffalo, because they have 80 inches of snow in Orchard Park, so they're going to be awfully colder. But and then we're also going to be looking at an upcoming storm that could intensify along the eastern coast, producing a November nor'easter, a snowy Black Friday for some. We're going to take a look at that and more in today's weather video. So without further ado, let's get started. So here we are looking at the National Weather Service, and we can see it's pretty good across the U.S. We have some winter weather watches and advisory along with New York and Erie and Buffalo, and then just in northeast Michigan and like around like Gaylord and such, you have a winter storm warning. But other than that, it's pretty dry across the U.S. We do have a freeze. I think that's a freeze warning in California, in that like South Central California, and in southeastern Nevada. So now we will take a look at tropical tidbits, and we can see it's very cold. We do have this 540 line down in North Carolina and the 528 line down below Pennsylvania. If we go to shaded temperatures, you can see 20s. It doesn't even get to like 50 degrees before like, what state is that? Georgia. Georgia is the first 50 degrees. Other than that, it's 40s and below. But wind chills are taking a big toll. So this is the air temperature. Wind chills are bringing it much lower. Like it's saying like here, 33 degrees. It's probably feeling like 20 degrees. So it's very cold outside right now. And if we move this along, you can see it does not stop overnight. Just continues to be cold. So we do that, and then at 7 a.m. you can see we have like 20-degree weather across the board. Move this along. Still cold. And then we get our warm-up. So we do get our warm-up November 24th. So Thanksgiving, it's looking like it could be a warm-up. But then we do have this storm over here in the Central Plains, which if we move this along, you can see then goes into here, which could be a major storm. And then it cools us off. And then we do have this ridge in the central plains, so we do have the jet stream coming down, dipping over that, and then going straight across. If we move this along, very cold. A very cold Arctic blast, negative 28 degrees at negative 29 degrees at 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That is very cold. I would not want to be standing outside in that. So now let's go to now let's go to the radar. So as you can see, we do have the storm moving out. If we move this along, cold temperatures, cold temperatures, cold temperatures. And then we have this high pressure system making its way into Delaware, Pennsylvania, and this is acting as a blocking high pressure system. See, we have this ridge in the eastern, then it dips down. It's acting as a blocking high pressure system, because if it weren't a blocking high pressure system, we would have cold air coming down from Canada into this region, and this storm would go up the coast. But since we do have this high pressure system right here, it does not do that. Instead, what this storm does is this storm then moves out of where we need to worry about for the US. So we do that, and then we move this along, and it goes out, and by Thanksgiving at 7 a.m., we have this trough in the central, and then this ridge, and it dips back down. So, and then here's what I'm talking about. We do have cold backside air. This then, with the cold backside air, causes snow. But it's moving too fast for the cold air to come down. Notice that high pressure system that was right here in like Virginia and such. That is now gone, and if we move, that's gone, which allows this storm to form and to move up, and this will move up the coast, and Maine and New England and New Hampshire are about to get could potentially be getting slammed the 27th. Now say we have a high pressure system up in Canada around here. This storm would, when it transfers its power to here, which you'll see in a minute, would then not want to ride up here anymore. It'd want to come out and have a nor'easter type feel to it, which would mean these regions would get a bunch of snow. So with that in play, if a high pressure system does form up here, again, I'll be keeping a close eye on this. If a high pressure system does form up here, this storm could cause a potentially major nor'easter in the end of November. So if we move this along, you can see it has a transfer of power from here down to there. Now this is classic. This is a classic transfer of power when there's a trough here and then a ridge. So there's obviously going to be a transfer of power. And say there were a high pressure system here, this storm would again want to ride up the coast, which would mean a major winter storm. So, but what this storm does after the transfer of power is it stays a little too far interior to get snow into Pennsylvania. Everywhere starts out as rain, but then once it hits the coastline, there's already going to be cold air up in Maine and such, because that cold air does have enough time to get down to where they are, at least. It didn't get down to like Pennsylvania, Maryland, and such. And then, yeah. And then it's quiet, and then we have this storm in the Central Plains, which will dump a bunch of snow and possibly have a wintry mix line across the US with snow or not snow, rain going across the East Coast. Then you can see we do have this ridge, so jet stream would be more up. And this storm right here. High pressure system down here, high pressure system up here. That storm doesn't want to ride up the coast. Then we have this clipper, and that's it. So that's for the GFS model. Now the Canadian model. We'll make sure that you guys don't see that too well. You can see it has the same setup, but a transfer of power later, which allows somewhat more cold air to get down. This is probably the one time that the Canadian model isn't showing more snow for the Northeast. GFS model is showing more snow. Then we have some lake effect snow. And that's it for that. Now, bear with me as I use pivotal weather. I haven't used this in a while. So if we go to, where do I want to go to? I need to go to the Europe. Alright, forecast loop. Alright, so this goes 240. So you can see cold air. Then if we move this along, taking a bit slow. There we go. Here's Thanksgiving. So this is the Saturday. European model is showing that we have a nor'easter that could possibly come. Because we have cold air here. Low pressure system is off the coast. It starts here, transfers of power down here, which is all the models are showing. So a transfer of power could be likely if this storm solidifies. And then it's shown that it will ride up the coast, causing a major nor'easter. Surface MLSP, you can see that if we bring this over to the 28th, actually, let's go here. Watch this. So we have, So we have this ridge, and we have very cold air here. Can I pull up the temperature? I can pull up the 850 millibar temperature. Where do we want it to go? Here's Thanksgiving, and then shown here. Oh, I need to do some conversions. It's shown like negative degrees Celsius. What's -2? Alexa, what's -2 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit? Alright, so this is showing around 24 degrees Fahrenheit in these regions and even colder down here in the Appalachian Mountains. So this is favorable for what it's showing with the nor'easter. It is cold enough. And then here you can see if we same thing. It's the same thing. Very cold air. Temperature anomaly. This is at 500. We want. No, that's too far. Here. We have -13, -3. So very cold air. So you never know with these storms. Things could change within a matter of minutes. We look at the Weather Prediction Center. They posted, here's a preview of the Thanksgiving holiday forecast. It appears that unsettled weather will spread into the eastern half of the U.S. with an intensifying storm possible near the East Coast. However, details are uncertain. We look. Here's the storm Thanksgiving. Here's the high pressure system. High pressure system dissipate transfer of power. Then this photo doesn't want to load, but I think I can pull it up here. So Thanksgiving's here. High pressure system, 2 of them. Move this along. Low pressure system hits the coast, then rides right up the coast. Then we also have this low pressure system. This low pressure system right here, causing a cold front to move into this area, which helps this storm produce what could be snow for this area. So, with that being said, this is only 5 days out, and there's a lot of uncertainty with this storm. So, and you can see by day 6 it's up and it rode the coast. So if can we get the heavy forecast analysis? 3 through 7 hazards. So we move the map. What's that? Heavy precipitation. Interesting. Heavy precipitation. Snow, maybe? Here is heavy rain. Alright. Heavy precipitation across the portions of the Northeast Friday. Monday. Okay. Go back to the weather. You can see we do have some of this, so you never know, really. So we click winter weather. Day 5. It's not showing much in terms of snow in the U.S. besides like New Hampshire, Maine, and such. Showing pretty low chances, so you never know. So that's gonna end today's video. A bit of a long one. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.